How's it going, guys? Vicious Syndicate has outdid themselves yet again, and they have prepared 45 decks for us to be trying on day 1 of the new expansion. So in this video we're gonna take a look at all of the different decks we have for each class, and also the decks I'm planning to actually try today on stream once the new expansion comes out. Hope the video helps you, and if it does, a like and subscribe would really be appreciated, and definitely check out the Vicious Syndicate article in the description below if you wanna get all of these cool new decks. Now, let's get into it. Starting off with Death Knight, we have quite a few different iterations we could be trying, and personally the one I will be definitely itching to try would be the Blood Starship Death Knight. You can definitely go ahead and check out all of the other different variants they have listed already, but here's the one I'm most interested in right now. This one is running all of the cool new Leech cards, so some Leech King Death Knight would definitely be awesome. And it's also leaning nicely on the Starship potential you have, with Brittlebone Buccaneer giving Reborn on all your good Death Rattle pieces. We also have Exodar to really push it to the limit, some Headless Horseman for some free resources at the end as well. And the deck is definitely not going to be suffering from a lack of card draw too, because we have a couple of Chofallen Barons in here. And Lord Xavius is also going to be super solid, because he can be giving you some very nasty gifts, especially for your Hideous Husks. It's not a very cheap deck, sitting at 10,000 dust, but it's also not super expensive either, so it might be worth checking out for you as well. With Demon Hunter, I'm also super excited to actually try one of the lists here, and that would be the Starship Armor Demon Hunter. That one is looking pretty close to the list I showed you from Kubu Gaming from the Fury Crafting, so that was pretty strong. But as you can see, they also have 3 other options you could be checking out yourself, so definitely take a look. But yeah, this is the list I'm gonna be trying out today, and you are gonna be able to do a lot of shenanigans with your Arcanite Defense Crystals, because you're gonna be able to get the Death Rattle out of these several times. You're gonna be able to summon them a lot of times with the help of the new Ravenous Fell Hunters, and you could be summoning the Ravenous Fell Hunters again with the help of Ferocious Fellbat. And we also have the Carnivorous Cubicle in here too, so it is going to be definitely very problematic for a lot of classes to handle something like this. We even have Exodar, because some cases you can literally kill the opponent if they're not careful with the starship you're building. We have Killjaden for some inevitability and being able to actually last long even after your deck is gone. So yeah, all around the deck is definitely looking pretty interesting, and I can't wait to give this one a go tonight. We can also see Druid. We have several different decks to be trying out here, and the one I'm interested in would be the Nature Imbue Druid. I did try something like that on the Fury Crafting, and I didn't really have too much success with it, but I have a feeling I just botched the build or something like that. So today, after Vicious Syndicate have done work to this one, I should be able to get some pleasant experiences with the bigger green men. We can also see some other variations of Druid, including Alonia Spell Damage Druid, which does look interesting, but I'm not really sure my body is prepared for something like that right now. Here's what the Imbued Druid is looking like. It's gonna have plenty of nature spells, because that's the way you actually imbue here, with the help of Hamul. All you gotta do is cast nature spells non-stop, and that's gonna give you bigger green men. So that's pretty solid as is. And you do have some cool new cards like Malorn, because you're not going to have problems imbuing all that much. You're going to be able to get a good amount of mana nice and quick. So yeah, all around it's going to be a jolly good time with this one, I do believe. We even have Mista Vista in here. I'm not sure if we have too much in terms of mage spells. However, I think it's all about just getting those repeated spells afterwards kind of deal. But yeah, this one definitely should be fun. It's also not super cheap, but shouldn't be a problem for most. For Hunter, Plush Imbue Hunter definitely strikes joy for me. Getting some big bad King plushes would be pretty fun. And I did see plenty of it on the Fury Crafting, so I am itching to actually give it a try. We'll see how that one goes. However, we can also see some other different versions of Hunter. This one actually does have 5 different decks, so you have plenty to choose from for Hunter. But this is the one we're going to be looking at right now. And yeah, here the main game plan will be to get a very big King plush and basically return everything to the opponent's deck and smack him face nice and big once you've imbued the hell out of your hero para, which shouldn't be too hard. I didn't really try any of the Hunter decks on the Fury Crafting stream, so this one definitely should be pretty fun. It's, again, not too expensive, not too cheap, so should be accessible for most. We also have Mage here, and Imbue Mage definitely looked like a pretty solid deck. I will be trying Ryla Imbue Mage today, see how that feels, but we can also see several other different variants of a deck, with Skyla Imbue Mage, Control Imbue Mage, and even Location Protoss Mage, which is kind of interesting. I wonder how that one's gonna go, because Protoss Mage definitely needed a little bit more support. Here's what the gist of Ryla Imbue Mage is gonna be looking like. It does run all of the good Imbue cards, but we also have Ryla in here for some interesting stuff as well. You're definitely gonna have a lot more early game with this one than the list I tried on the Fury Crafting, so that looks interesting indeed. And again, this one is actually the most expensive list I've showed you so far, sitting at above 12,000, so not gonna be very accessible for most, but if you got lucky with the opening, maybe you would. Paladin is also a class I will be looking into today, because I did definitely enjoy it during the Fury Crafting. And Imbue Paladin definitely felt super strong. We can see the greedy Imbue Paladin. I believe this is something close to what I actually gave a try. But I do believe lean Imbue Pally would be the better way to go, because indeed the greedy variant felt a little bit too greedy, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to handle the real meta with it, because it just developed a little bit too slow. Whereas the lean Imbue Pally should be curving out a bit better, with a little bit less of a greedy end to it, but still I think it should be doing quite well. You can also see Menagerie Pally and Amalgam Handbuff Pally, but I'm not going to be trying those out today. Here's what the lean Imbue Pally is looking like right now. You do even have access to things like Gift Wrapped Whelps, things like Nether Spite Historian, and this I guess would be a good idea, so you can actually discover extra copies of Gold Petal Drake. Same can be said for Bronze Explorer, I guess. But yeah, you're still running all of the good Imbue cards, including also Ursol at the end, which is going to be dealing a lot of damage and also healing quite a lot. We have the Ursin Maul, so we can actually find these big cards at the end as well. But we are not running Malorn in here, which kind of sounds wrong, but we'll see how that one goes. Maybe we're going to slap it in, see how that feels. With this deck, it's going to be pretty crucial for you to actually know what kind of dragons you could be expecting on each Imbue, so you might want to actually check out my Dragon Imbue Pally video, where I do talk about which breakpoints would be the best to be pulling your hero power for, so definitely pay attention to that. Those will be the 6 decks I will try today, but we can also see plenty of other different variations for the other classes. We can see Priest with Control Imbue Priest, with Burn Tyrande Priest. OTK Aviana Priest looks pretty scary, and Narrowlex Zarimi Priest. Oh, we even have a bonus 46 to deck here with Greenwing Protoss Priest. That looks interesting indeed. For Rogue, we have Aggro Combo Rogue, Renefal Protoss Rogue, Shaladresil Starship Rogue, and 3 Shaman Rogue, but I'm not really planning on playing any of those today. Rogue usually is a bit wonky of a class for me, especially in the early days, so I will be waiting to see what actually does spark joy. And with Shaman, I did try Imbue Shaman on the Fury Crafting. I was actually excited with that one, but I really feel like Shaman got done dirty so far, or maybe just the deck that's actually going to be popping off is just not discovered just yet. So I will be staying away from Shaman for now. I feel like it's a little bit on the wonky side. Whereas with Warlock, that definitely did seem pretty strong during the Fury Crafting, but again, it is not going to be a very easy class to be picking up just straight up, I think. So I will leave other players to cook a little before I delve into the Warlock situation, and same can be said with Warriors. The class was not very present during the Fury Crafting, but I do believe it does have quite a lot of potential. So do let me know in the comments what classes you will be trying out today, guys. And again, make sure to show your gratitude to Vicious Syndicate for providing us with all of these lovely deck recipes to try on day one. It is definitely going to be very nice for a lot of players to actually have something to look forward to try without having to experiment themselves too much. In the end of the day, experimenting in Hearthstone is a very expensive game, so having access to so many somewhat refined decks already is going to be very helpful for most. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a like and subscribe would really be appreciated, and don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Thanks for watching, I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.